Pottsville alma mater.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket splendor, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Now the Dardanelle alma mater. Now the Pottsville alma mater. We would like to take this opportunity to give a big thank you to our maintenance department, Paul Knuckles, Brian Hartley, and Jordan McGuire for mounting our new speakers. Also a big shout out to the band director, Devin West, for installing the equipment inside the booth for our new audio sound system. We thank you very much. We'd like to recognize our gold sponsors who proudly support Pottsville Athletics, Medcalf Trucking, Brangus Moore and Company, Tyson Foods, Potlatch Delta, U-Race Trucking, Conagra and Denali. Need to go by and see the good folks at the grill tonight. Thanks to Moore and Company Realtors for volunteering to grill burgers and hot dogs for this evening's contest.
right?
That's right.
We had his brother 2 years ago.
Mr. Moore down there.
Number 33. No, he's already ripped me.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to John Needham Stadium in Pottsville. Tonight, it is the Battle of the River, the Arkansas River separating the Dardanelle Sand Lizards and the Pottsville Apaches. And this rivalry game, I want to say, is brought to you by the good folks at Moore & Company Realty. And the good folks at Moore & Company grilling up some delicious burgers that I am enjoying right in front of me. And right at the beginning of tonight's broadcast, we have the pleasure of speaking with Caleb Moore. And Moore & Company Real Estate has a lot of investments in both Dardanelle and Russellville, and we appreciate y'all sponsoring tonight's game.
Well, this is probably our 10th year to do it or close to it, and we just enjoy it every year. It just gets more and more fun.
Yep, it sure does. We have Moore & Company has history with both schools. We had the pleasure of having a Moore or two playing in Pottsville Apache colors.
That's right. I was in 05. My brother was in 09, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay's group, my group was the first one to start the football program.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jay's was the first group to actually go to the playoffs.
All right.
So we know a little bit about playing on dirt fields and and over there behind the baseball fields. I mean, it's a long history there, but we're glad where they're at today. It's a beautiful field. I mean, just incredible facilities here.
I was going to say, it's changed a little bit since
Just a little bit. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. It's like, I think we had the green field, and that's all we had at that moment when we were coming through. But it's a beautiful facility. They've done a great job.
So who's actually down there cooking? Do you have the spatula on the burgers?
No, I do not have the spatula on the burgers. Ori Lee and Ron Millwood, both Pottsville graduates. They're down there, and my wife Jody's down there as well. So they're the ones holding the fort down for me right now.
What does it mean for Moore & Company to be involved in this rivalry?
It's good to be in part of both communities. We, Dardanelle, as much as Pottsville, we're involved in our daily business. Good people on both sides of the river, and it's just fun to support these kids in what they're doing. They're making memories that are going to last a lifetime, and the trophy means something to them every year. It has been one-sided.
It has, admittedly.
It has been one-sided. I don't know if Pottsville's got the trophy since we started this.
Once maybe, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So the winner gets the trophy plus $500, and then we do some stuff for the schools with shirts and stuff like that. So
those shirts are nice. I've gotten a couple of those. Those shirts are nice.
We just give those away for after prom or whatever the schools would want to use them for.
And that after prom sponsorship's a big deal.
It is, absolutely. It's something that those kids can stay here, not go out and
be safe.
Be safe, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we're excited to be a part of it every year. We're hoping that this rivalry continues just to grow.
Well, and it looks like it's still doing well, even though Dardanelle has moved up to 5A. I look across the way there, and the stands across the way looks like a sea of red, doesn't it?
It is. It's so full, and one thing, even back when we were in high school, I've always been proud of how well the Pottsville people have showed up to the games to support the kids, no matter the record. They've always done a really good job of supporting the teams, and Dardanelle's the same way. Every year it's full over on the Dardanelle side as well. They support their kids just as well as we do. And
this game means something to the young men and the young women involved in all the festivities because they socialize together. I mean, it's a little bit of bragging rights, and I'm sure they run into each other on Fridays and Saturdays and maybe brag a little bit on who had the better game.
Hey, I can tell you one thing. Coach Vega, every time I see him, he reminds me of the record that he has against Pottsville. So I can tell you it means something to not just the kids, it means something to the coaches too.
Yep. I ran into Coach Vega at a local restaurant not long ago, and he was very kind to remind me of anyway, he was a good sport about it.
Yeah, he is.
He put in a little friendly ribbing.
It's all in fun.
He put in a little friendly ribbing, and that's all right. He's had some good teams. He should brag a little bit.
He has had some good teams, and I hear this year he has some very good athletes on their side of the ball, and I'm looking forward to seeing him firsthand tonight.
Yeah, it should be a good game. Mr. Moore, appreciate you.
Thank you for
Thank you, Caleb.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you coming up and talking with us. Moore and Company Real Estate, they bring you this Battle of the Rivalry. The game's on the schedule, but they sponsor the rivalry part of it, the beautiful trophy that goes to the winners, those really cool T-shirts I've had the pleasure of enjoying. And let's not forget these delicious burgers that Justin and Brother Jim and I are enjoying. Was it? Yeah, devoured is probably a much better term. Well, we're getting the broadcast underway a little earlier tonight. We are actually in the press box, which is a good thing. It's not pretty comfortable up here. We would like to thank our fine sponsors of tonight's broadcast: Tyson Valley Distribution Center, Heirloom Legal Services. In fact, I was right across the street from their offices this morning picking up a donut or two. The Granite Shop, one of our fine sponsors. Roy Heating and Air. McNeely Plumbing, and by the way, Landon McNeely is dressed out, and I did see him going through pregame warm-up, so I think he is all right. And Tyler Riley of River Valley Realty. We appreciate Tyler and the sponsorship of River Valley Realty for tonight's ball game. Jim Huffman joins me at the broadcast position, and the Pottsville Apaches need to make a lot of improvement between game 1 and 2, Jim.
Oh, Steve, they do. Last week, we truly met our match in Elkins. We were outmanned and just outplayed. But, hey, tonight's a new night. You know, last Friday night, it stung going home, but you got to have a short memory. These guys knows that it's been quite a few years since we had a W over Dardanelle. Tonight can be that night.
One thing I thought about, too, last week, and I probably should have mentioned this during the broadcast last week, one thing, you know, that Elks team – they had a chip on their shoulder. Nothing against Pottsville. They don't hate us. They hated the way their season ended the year before. Kind of a Hail Mary play on the last play of the game in the semifinals of the state championship. They're playing like they got something to prove this year.
Well, and Steve, they started with week 0 with the Pottsville Apaches to prove it.
I hate week 0.
I do too. You know, somebody asked me, is week 0 because we scored 0? And I said, shut up.
Well, again, it's always a new week and a chance for you to prove what you have done over the week. Kagan Jones back deep to receive the kick for the Apaches. And my apologies for mispronouncing his first name during the last game. I stuck an extra vowel in there. It's Kagan Jones, and we appreciate all the corrections. I need all the correcting I can get, Brother Jim.
That's called reproof in the Bible, and I need a little bit of reproof, Steve.
Yeah, I need a whole lot of reproof. Here, have a Dardanelle roster. I'm sure you needed one.
Well, we'll definitely take a look at these guys. Dardanelle looks good. I mean, they're kicking off tonight, and hopefully our offense can get something going from the get-go.
Well, the Sand Lizards most definitely passed the eye test. They look like a football team. I got a chance to see a little bit of their game against Little Rock Hall, and their defensive line is huge. They look like a college defensive line.
Yeah.
You know, those guys are big. And, oh, by the way, as you might be surprised, coming from Sand Lizard country, they have another really good kicker. I believe it is Ian Moore to handle the kickoff chores. He's going to get a high, deep kick that's going to be taken at the 10-yard line. Return across the 15 to the 20. Nice move to the outside. Good job by Rylan Petrillo bringing the ball back. Or was that Jaden Harris?
I think it was Jaden Harris, number 6.
Jaden Harris with a nice return. Pottsville will start 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Well, Steve, it was number 6 or number 8, but I can't really tell.
So, what we're getting is we're getting a lot of the smoke from the barbecue, which smells really good, by the way. So Pottsville will start 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Miller Mahan, the quarterback. Pottsville with a single back in the backfield. The 2 wideouts, 1 wing, 1 H-back. Mahan back to pass, flips the pass to the right side. It was intended for Colby Stevenson, falls incomplete at the 29-yard line. Creed Vega out in coverage. Pass is incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, he had his guy there. He just overshot him, Steve. Just a little bit too much arm that time. But, hey, that's okay. You know, first play of the game, let's get that one out of us, and let's find our target.
2nd down and 10 for the Apaches. Sand Lizards showing a 3-man defensive front. That's a little different than they played against Hall. They played with 4 down linemen. Mahan takes the snap, fakes the inside give. Options on the midline read across the 25 to the left side of the 27 to the 28-yard line. Finkenbinder with the stop for the Sand Lizards. Jace wears number 23. Forward progress is to the 27. pickup of 4. Third down and 6. Is that a digital down marker over there? That's fancy.
Steve, it is. We have stepped up.
Third down. Mahan calling a snap. Fakes to give up the middle. Pulls it on the read. Pitch to the left side, and Dardanelle has that. Or pitch to the right side, I should say. And Dardanelle had that absolutely covered up. Eli Atkins got the ball with 3 Sand Lizards right in his face. That play actually lost a yard. Back to the 26-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. And it looks like Pottsville is going to drop into punt formation. Colby Stevenson will handle the kicking chores. J.J. Ernst back deep to receive for the Sand Lizards. He sets up at his own 45. Stevenson gets the snap. End over end kick. Going to be fielded at the 38-yard line by Ernst. Coming to the left, makes one man miss, but then more Apaches there to cover it up. Good coverage by the Apaches.
Well, Steve, that was that time. Hat off to special teams on the punt team.
So it'll be Dardanelle football, 1st and 10, back at their own 43-yard line. And I've got a feeling Coach Vega wants to hit something quickly to begin this ball game. I just got a feeling he wants to get going early, I suspect.
Kind of like Utah did against Florida last night.
Kind of like Utah did against Florida last night.
Wow.
First pass goes deep. Creed Vega is the quarterback. Latravius Robinson is normally in the backfield, although there's going to be 2 running backs deep. Slot to the right side, 1 wide out to the left. That means there's no tight end on the formation. Vega goes out as quarterback. He's out in coverage. They snap it to the running back. They're trying to go down the field, and it's going to be incomplete at the 35-yard line. That pass was intended for Creed Vega coming out of the backfield and falls incomplete.
Yeah, a little trickeration right there on that first play for the Dardanelle Sand Lizards.
Yep. Dardanelle showing a little bit of a deep playbook there. I don't think they ran that against Hall. Sand Lizards are going to put 4 receivers on the right side of the field, 1 wide out to the left. That means it's Vega by himself in the backfield and no tight end on the line of scrimmage. Pottsville jumps into the neutral zone, and that'll give Dardanelle a free 5 yards. Pottsville jumped on the first sound. They thought they were going on the first sound.
Yep.
So the pickup of 5 after the penalty will move the ball to the 49. 2nd down and 5 for Dardanelle from the left hash. Short side left has 1 wide out. Quad to the right side. 4 guys in a diamond formation. Creed Vega by himself in the backfield. I was going to say, watch the quarterback draw from this formation, and Pottsville saw it coming. Vega goes up the middle, and he's met by a host of Apaches across midfield to the Pottsville 49. Is that Trip Price up there on the stop? No, Tate Cobb up making the stop.
I believe that was Cobb.
So the pickup is to the Pottsville 48. 3rd down and a couple. Wouldn't surprise me if Vega doesn't keep it again. Although I suspect this is probably 4-down territory for Dardanelle. I don't think they're going to kick it here. Offset I formation. Vega takes the snap, gives it to the first man, Robinson. He bounces it outside, turns it upfield at the hash at the 47 to the 46, falls forward to the 45-yard line. I think with forward progress, he's going to have the first down.
Yeah, Steve, man, we had a defender in the backfield that, man, if he could just made that tackle, he would have stopped that. But as you said, I believe it would have been 4-down territory anyway, but they did pick up the first down.
1st and 10 Sand Lizards at the Apache 44. Stack formation on each side of the field. Pottsville once again jumps into the neutral zone. And once again, that's going to be a free 5 yards for the Sand Lizards.
Yep, that's hurting us.
So that's going to move it to the 39-yard line. 1st down and 5. Wouldn't surprise me if Dardanelle doesn't take a shot to the end zone from here. Vega has the arm to do it. Now flanker screen coming to the near side. Complete. Eddie Moore brings it upfield on the left sideline to the 35. Driven out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's going to pick up about 9 on the play.
See where that spot's at.
Well, they may have 1st down yardage at the 35. No, it's going to be a pickup of 9. 2nd down for Dardanelle, about a yard. Ball is inside the 35 on the left hash. They've got to get it to the 34, so it's not even a yard. 3rd down and very short. Get an offset I formation. They give it to the tailback. He's met in the backfield. Falls forward maybe for a yard or two, but a good play by Sladen Graham, stopping that for very short gain, but it's enough for a first down. Got to the 33-yard line, so the pickup is 2.
Yeah, Dardanelle's looking like a 3 yards in a cloud of dust right now.
Yeah, from a spread formation. That's kind of interesting. Speedster J.J. Ernst goes in motion across the formation left to right. Now it's Vega in a pistol formation. They throw it. It's actually a lateral complete. Pottsville had it defended pretty well. Sand Lizard receiver, I believe that's Robinson, runs out of one potential tackle, brings it up the right side to the 33 to the 31-yard line. But Pottsville covered that pretty well.
Well, Steve, they did. The running back who caught the ball out of the backfield, Steve, he ran a whole bunch, but I think he picked up a yard.
Yep, pick up about a yard. Cobb, I believe, made the stop for the Apaches. 2nd down and 9. This is where the Apache defense last week had trouble getting off the field. They gave up some big plays. Dardanelle with another kind of unusual formation. It's an I formation with a guy right on the line of scrimmage. Vega takes the snap. Lead blockers in front of him. Dardanelle with some good blocking at the 32. Vega crosses the 30 to the 28-yard line. That could have gone for a lot more, but good pursuit by the Apache. Stops it for a pickup of about 3.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Vega is just a shifty little athlete, man. I mean, he's got the move quickness, frontwards, backwards, laterally, and he showed it there.
Sand Lizards at the line of scrimmage very quickly. Ernst goes out wide to the left. Again, a quad formation on the right side. Ball is at the right hash, so the wide side is left. Vega alone in the backfield. They do have one man in a tight end spot. Vega looking left the whole way. Ball is tipped away at the line of scrimmage. Was that Sladen Graham that got a big paw on it?
I think it was, Steve.
Knocked it away incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, big number 51. Sladen Graham. What a name.
Second big play he's made on this series.
Hey, if he does that again, I'm going to nickname him Moonlight.
Well, Moonlight would be a good play to come up right here because Dardanelle's going for it on 4th and 5. They've got some good kickers that have this kind of range, but Coach Vega wants more. Play clock down to 18, and Dardanelle does not have the play in yet. Play clock at 12. Now they have the play. Trips to the left, one wide out to the right. Pistol formation. Vega back to pass. Pottsville brings a blitz. Vega under pursuit, and he is going to get sacked. Well, now he got away from 2 tacklers. Block in the back that nobody called, and now they do send Vega out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Good play coming all the way across the field by Colby Stevenson. 2 Apaches missed Vega in the backfield, but Stevenson came flying in and wrapped him up.
On that one, but they did not.
So Dardanelle will turn it over on downs. Big play by the Apache defense. Pottsville will take over 1st and 10 with 7:06 to go in the first quarter. Apaches 1st and 10 at their own 36. Pottsville sends a motion man right to left. That was Atkins that came in motion. Now they reset the play. 8 on the play clock. Now they bring motion right to left. Give it to the fullback on the dive, and Dardanelle trips that up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play at all, maybe a yard.
Yeah, Samuel Davis, number 62, man, he stopped that one at the line of scrimmage.
Samuel Davis is one of the guys I was talking about, too. That Dardanelle defensive line has some serious size now. Samaria Francisco, he looks big enough to play at the next level. And he's not even the biggest guy on the inside. It looks like Noah Kimball has some good size at a nose tackle position. It's going to be hard to run the ball on this Sand Lizard bunch. 2nd and 9 for the Apaches out of the flex tee. Mahan takes the snap. Again, they pull it out on the read option. Mahan makes one man miss, has positive yardage across the 45, but I think there's a fumble on the play, and I think Dardanelle may have come up with it. Now are they going to call forward progress stopped? Late flag comes in on the play as well. Dardanelle comes up with the ball. The officials say it does belong to the Sand Lizards. Now what's the penalty? So before we put anything down on the stat sheet, let's see what the man in the white hat says. That penalty could give the ball back to Pottsville. It could also add 15 yards onto the Sand Lizard possession. I apologize. I did not see who recovered it. Personal foul on Pottsville, so that's going to add 15 yards. Apaches on a fumble. That hurts.
That does, Steve.
Dardanelle recovered the ball at about the 42-yard line. The 15-yard mark-off is going to take it down to the 26. First down and 10. 6:09 to go, quarter number 1. Sand Lizards have 2 wideouts on the left, 3 wideouts to the right. They don't use a tight end. Creed Vega in the backfield. Takes the snap. He's going to bring it on the quarterback draw, reading the defense. Pottsville stacks up the line, and they let Vega get away up the right side. He crosses the 20 to the 15, steps out of bounds at the 11-yard line. 3 Apaches had a chance to tackle Vega, and he just ran through the arm tackles and picks up a first down and 10.
Steve, on defense, and I understand Vega's a good athlete, but, man, you have got to hit him and wrap up, because if you don't, that's what you're going to see.
Yep. Pottsville's trying to arm tackle there. They didn't use good form, and Vega made him play for it for a pickup of 12 and a first and 10 for Dardanelle on the first down play. From the 12, Sand Lizards have it first down. It is not goal to go. Motion man comes right to left. A flanker sweep coming to the near side. Pottsville defends it very, very well. Colby Stevenson came up and made the stop on that play. That's going to lose a yard, maybe 2. I believe Roderick Chatham was the ball carrier. Ball is going to be marked at the 12, so I guess he did pick up 2 yards. I'm not sure how, but it's going to be at the 14. No gain on the play. Second down and 10. Ball is on the left hash. No score. 5:30 left to go, quarter number 1. Lined up in the slot is Brendan Kearns. Vega likes to throw the ball to him. They put Bo Miller in a slot to the right side. He was late getting on the field. Sand Lizards with 5 on the play clock. Straight give to Robinson. And he takes 1 step to the right and gets buried by a number of Apache defenders after a very short pickup on the play. I think that was Sladen Graham again. Also, Tate Cobb coming in on the stop. In fact, no gain at all on that play.
I'd kind of expect Vega probably on this call right here to take it and bootleg or a quarterback sneak.
I think you are right. Robinson in the backfield with Vega. They are lined up together, and Vega's going to roll to the left. This is a run-pass option, pass into the end zone. Ball's incomplete. Pretty good coverage in the end zone by the Apaches. Ball's incomplete. It's going to bring up fourth down. Good coverage by Colton Cole in the end zone.
Will you see their kicker here, Steve?
I don't think so. I think Coach Vega wants the touchdown. I think they're going to go for it. Their defense has played well. So even if they don't score, Pottsville has the ball deep in their own territory. Yeah, they're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for this. Watch for a fade route to the right side. That's the trip side of the formation. Although if you come back to the left for a fade route, there's single coverage. Vega back to pass. Now he's looking over the middle of the post. Now comes off it to the left, throws it up into the end zone, out of the end zone, incomplete. And the Apache defense is going to hold on downs.
Good job, D.
So Pottsville defense will hold for the second time. But again, Pottsville takes over deep in their own territory at their own 12 with 4:33 to go in quarter number 1. This game has been played mostly on the Pottsville side of the field, but the defense has come up big a couple of times. Miller Mahan, the quarterback. And I think there might have been a fumble on the exchange. Pottsville falls on it, but they're going to lose a yard. Loss of a yard from the 12 to the 11. Second down and 11. Miller Mahan has the play, comes in. They're going to have to get to the line of scrimmage in a hurry, though. Play clock down to 15. That doesn't give Miller a lot of time to read the defense as the play clock is now at 10. And Pottsville's got to change up the formation. Play clock at 5. Now Miller brings the offense set. Another man comes in motion. They snap it, give on the draw across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Trip Price, the ball carrier. That's been Pottsville's biggest gain from the line of scrimmage tonight. He picks up 6 yards.
Yeah, Steve, he was one step away from breaking that one, too.
Trip Price up the middle makes it a manageable third down. Third down at about 5. 3:25 to play. Quarter number 1. No score at John Needham Stadium. Third down and long. Motion man comes left to right. Now they reverse it on the counter. Mahan with the pitch. Dardanelle has penetration, and that play is going to blow up right at the line of scrimmage. That play took too long.
Well, it did.
You're not going to get that much time against the Dardanelle defense. Robinson came up in run support to make the stop, and it's going to bring up fourth down. That play lost a yard back to the 15. So the Apaches will punt. J.J. Ernst back at his 44-yard line to receive the kick. Low snap. Pottsville's going to keep it. They're running a fake, and there's nobody anywhere near except this is going to come back on a hold. Pottsville with the fake kick. Brought it all the way out to the 44, the 45-yard line. There is a penalty in the backfield.
Yeah, it's on us.
It's a hold on the Apaches. Boy, that's a gutsy call for a fake punt, and that was a fake the whole way.
Yeah, but Steve, man, he had, I mean, that right side was wide open, and when he took off, he saw it, but he took off, and man, he picked up the first down and then some, but had a holding away from the play.
And that hold was called on the single protector in the punt formation.
Yeah.
And the play was already passed there. That's what really hurts about it.
Yeah, it does. Hurts big time, Steve. But
that's Antoine Collins, who was doing the kicking, number 11, making his Apache debut. Coach Russ told me they like this young man. I could see why there. He's got some speed. Penalty mark-off makes it 4th and a heap. Collins takes it. Will end over in kick. He got it away quickly. It's going to take a Pottsville bounce. And for some reason, Dardanelle didn't have anyone near it to field it. It's going to roll down to the 48-yard line. Good kick by Collins. And Dardanelle will take over 1st and 10. Pottsville's coaches are screaming that ball is theirs. They think a Dardanelle player touched it.
Yeah, he touched it, but no, they're going to give it to Dardanelle, Steve.
It's Dardanelle ball. Sand Lizards came out with it. It was James Hernandez who came out with the football. I didn't see a Dardanelle player anywhere near it.
Well, he touched it, and then Pottsville jumped on it, and I thought we might have had the ball.
Chance with a big play there for the Apaches. Boy, that's 2 big plays Pottsville did not get in that sequence. That may hurt.
Well, defense is playing good, Steve. We just need to hold them again.
Yep. The fake punt that would have been a first down and the holding call really had nothing to do with the play. It was already passed. And then a chance to recover the loose ball there, and Dardanelle came up with it. 1st and 10 Sand Lizards, 2:16 to go in the first quarter. No score. Vega's lined up, offset formation. Now Dardanelle shifts 3 players to an offset I. Vega in the backfield, keeps it himself, makes one man miss, tries to turn the corner. Good pursuit by the Apaches. And there's your form tackle. Nice job by Logan Tatro coming up with the tackle. Gain of about a yard, but that's a good job of pursuit.
Well, Steve, he did a great job out there on that corner that time. He actually took that defender on with that inside shoulder. It bounced him outside, and when the defender did that, it put him right into Vega's chest.
Yep, and a very good tackle by Pottsville. Held it to a gain of a yard. 1:46 to go in the first quarter. Sand Lizards about a step inside of Apache territory. Ball is right at midfield. Trips to the right for the Sand Lizards. One wide out to the left. Draw single coverage. Vega back to pass. He's looking to go deep. And Pottsville has it covered pretty well. And it's knocked away at the 20-yard line. Good deep coverage by the Apaches. That was Eli Atkins who got deeper than the Sand Lizard receiver and played it very well.
Sure did. Wow.
In fact, that was the play in last night's Florida-Utah game. Utah's first play from scrimmage. Their guy did not get deeper than the deepest receiver.
Yeah, that was a fun play if you were a Utah fan.
I could hear you talking about, your job is to get deeper than the deepest receiver.
Yeah. And guess what? He didn't.
He didn't. That's right. 3rd down and 9 from midfield. Pottsville showing all kinds of blitzes. And they step back out of it. Straight coverage. Vega back to pass. He's going to be under pressure. And Pottsville is going to make a stop deep. Good coverage by the Apaches. I believe that was Trip Price who came on the blitz. Nobody picked him up, and that play is going to lose about 12 yards.
Yeah, you had Price, you had A-Day, and I'm telling you, man, you weren't going to get away from number 5, a state champion wrestler, as a matter of fact.
And Dardanelle is going to punt. Now, I watched their kickers early. They have 2 or 3 guys that can really hammer a punt. Of course, it's always different when you're warming up. And you got to watch the fake here. This is Creed Vega, the kicker. High snap goes over Vega's head. It's going to hit back at the 10-yard line. The Apaches have 3 players back there to try to cover it. He does get the kick away. It's a short kick fielded by the Apaches at the 35-yard line. Trip Price stayed at home to field that ball with sure hands, and the Apache offense is going to take over 1st and 10 in good field position.
Yeah, Steve, that's the break that we needed right there. Wow.
Pottsville will take over 1st and 10 at the plus 36-yard line. That's the Dardanelle 36.
Hey, Trip Price that time, Steve, fielding that ball, he looked like a shortstop, man.
Yeah, he did. Trip Price stayed at home on that play, too. He stayed with his responsibility if Vega had come up the field. As it was, he was able to cover the kick. Miller Mahan leads the offense to the line of scrimmage. Motion man comes right to left. Give is to the fullback. He is met right at the line of scrimmage. Tate Cobb, the ball carrier. Good blocking by the offensive line, though. They push the Sand Lizards back about 3 yards. Ball's going to be at the 34. That may be the last play of the first quarter also, with only 10 seconds on the clock. The Apaches come to the line of scrimmage with 6 seconds. Wide out is McNeely on the near side, I think. Motion right to left. Clock is at 0. I don't know why the officials have not blown their whistle. The clock's been at 0 for a while now. And that's going to be the end of quarter number 1. At the end of 1, Pottsville 0, Dardanelle 0. We're back after this 1-minute timeout.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like the Apaches give their all on the field, Tyler Riley at River Valley Realty goes the extra yard for you. Experienced, dedicated, skilled, and ready to tackle your real estate goals head on. So when you're ready to make a move that's a guaranteed touchdown, don't fumble that opportunity. Connect with Tyler today, 479-970-5079. Again, that's Tyler Riley at 479-970-5079. Let's go Apache.
Brother Jim, is this the same team we saw last week?
Steve, I think they've been coached up a little bit. I was talking to Coach Moats, who is the state champion wrestling coach for the Pottsville Apaches, and we were talking about Trip Price, how you're not going to get away from anybody that wrestles. And
so I could say the play was made by Ric Flair?
Absolutely. Woo!
From the 35, 2nd down and 8. Toss sweep to the near side with blockers. Crossing the Colby Stevenson crosses the 30. May have got to the 29 with progress. We'll see where they mark it down. Good pursuit by the Sand Lizard defense coming to make that play, by the way.
So when you call number 5 again, so you're going to call him Ric Flair now. He's got a nickname, right?
That's right, Ric Flair. We could have all kinds of fun with that. With being an Apache, maybe we should call him Wahoo McDaniel.
There you go. Hey.
The Chief. 3rd down and 5 for Pottsville. Motion man left to right. They fake the toss sweep. Mahan back to pass under pressure, rolls left, makes one man miss, but gets up to the 35-yard line and is tackled there. That's going to be a loss of 5 on the play. Latravius Robinson stayed at home and made the stop, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
What do you do here, Steve? You go for it. You have to.
Yeah, I think you kind of have to, actually. A loss was a loss of 4 on the play.
Well, your defense has been playing good, so, yeah.
Your defense and special teams made something happen. The offense needs to get something going here.
Yep.
And I think Dardanelle's going to take a timeout. Sand Lizard timeout with 10:53 to go in the second quarter. No score in Pottsville, and we're back after this 30-second timeout.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
Dardanelle is overplaying like crazy on the run. My play call here, tight end skinny post. Something hitting quickly.
Yes.
Either that or let Mahan take it straight ahead on a quarterback draw. Don't read nothing. Just take the snap and run straight ahead. Fourth down. Almost 8 for the Apaches from the Sand Lizard 35. Trips to the right, one wide out left. They give it to Mahan. He's looking over the middle for a receiver and has him complete at the 25-yard line. Jaden Harris with the catch. That is a Pottsville Apache and McNeely Plumbing first down.
Oh, man, what a beautiful play there by Miller Mahan and number 6, Jaden Harris. My goodness, Steve. Way to draw that up, Coach.
Play picks up 12 yards. That was a post route, but it was to the receiver. Pottsville again now they go back to the tee. On the 1st and 10, deep in Sand Lizard territory. And Mahan keeps it himself, turns the corner, strong running, crossing the 20 to the 18 to the 17-yard line before J.J. Ernst comes up to make the stop. But that's going to be a pickup of about 5, maybe 6.
Well, Steve, I'm going to tell you what, that right there was a confidence builder for Mahan, for Harrison, for this offensive unit, because they haven't had a play like that the first game, and this was really the first big play that they've had.
Landon McNeely goes wide to the right. Jaden Harris wide left. A wing and an H-back on the line of scrimmage, and a whistle is being blown. Yeah. I think Dardanelle wants another timeout.
Yeah, they're going to take a timeout here, Steve.
9:49 left to go in the second quarter. Timeout Sand Lizards. No score in the ball game. We're back in 30 seconds.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Welcome back. Pottsville Apaches, Dardanelle Sand Lizards tied at 0. Pottsville with their deepest offensive penetration of the night. The defense made a big play, sacking Creed Vega for a big loss. Special teams came up with a play on a bad snap. I mean, with Vega scrambling with the ball, anything can happen. That was a big play by the Apache defense. Pottsville just picked up a first down on a 4th and 8. Now have a 2nd and 5 at the Sand Lizard 18. McNeely wide to the right, Harris wide left. Single back, running hard, making Sand Lizard tacklers miss. I believe Trip Price was the ball carrier again. He comes over the left side behind good blocking, gets down to the 12-yard line. Yeah. But that's going to be another Pottsville Apache McNeely Plumbing first down. You hit that receiver for a big gain. We got a Sand Lizard player down, and boy, I hate to see that. Is he grabbing a knee? I hope I'm wrong on that.
Steve, I'm hoping it's not a knee. I think you maybe, that play that you feel like that you're about to die, but you're not. I think
get the air knocked out of you.
Got the air knocked out, and I think that might be the case.
Yeah, we'll hope it's nothing serious. It is amazing how much better you execute after your offense makes a huge play.
Oh, Steve, like I said, that play was a confidence builder.
Yep.
And of course, Dardanelle right now, their defense is catch their breath a little bit, but I think this young man, I think that's what it was. I really think he was just had his breath knocked out of him just a little bit.
We'll hope he's up and all right. That's one of those things that you don't get up immediately from either. Yeah. But he's down on the Sand Lizard training staff there now. I think they're going to get him up.
I think it's number 17. I think it's Cameron Heflin, I think. And I might be wrong, but it looked like number 17. or 27.
Nope, excuse me, that's going to be J.J. Ernst.
Yeah.
He's their return man, and he is limping.
Oh, it
That's
is
a left ankle or left knee or something. The
Yeah.
Apache training staff out there helping as well. Ernst is going to come to the sideline. You're right. I think that Dardanelle defense may be a little tired, and they've got a lot of guys going both ways, especially for a 5A team.
Well, they do, and of course, number 0's out there too. Vega's
Yep.
out there playing both sides.
Well, Creed Vega, Latravius Robinson also out going both ways. All right, so first down. It is not goal to go. The ball is at the 13. Is that right?
Yes, sir. No, 12.
Ball is at the 12. First down. Pottsville again with the H-back and wing-back, the T, if you will, the wing T, closely. Miller keeps it himself, makes one man miss, tumbles over a couple of sand lizards, but falls forward inside the 9 to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, just a little safe play right there. I mean, Steve, you got it in scoring position. I think you kind of do some more plays like that with Mahan, and also maybe look at number 5, Price, give him something. You get Price some blocking, he will find the end zone.
Picked up 4 yards there on a play that didn't look like there was much going on, but it was still a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 for the Apaches. Jaden Harris goes wide right, McNeely in a slot on the right side. We've not seen this yet. Motion man comes right to left, toss sweep coming to the near side. Eli Atkins, and again, that play just too slow.
Yep. We're quick, but we're not fast, and Dardanelle is fast on the corners.
Yep. They saw that coming and closed in a hurry, and the loss is going to be back to the 13-yard line, loss of 4. Going to bring up 3rd down and 11.
Well, the corner turned it in, that's his responsibility, and the pursuit was there.
Yep, that pursuit closed in a big hurry. Whatever key Dardanelle's reading, it is telling him exactly where that play is going. 3rd down and 11. Again, you kind of have to feel like maybe this is 2-down territory. Pottsville's got a slot formation on the left side. Nobody is really covering Eli Atkins in the slot. Play is coming to the left on the snap to the quarterback. Miller looks over the middle, doesn't see anything. Turns it back to the right, now left again. Now he throws it into the end zone, has a man wide open in the end zone. That's McNeely for a Pottsville touchdown. Brought to you by Heirloom Legal. Wow. 13-yard touchdown pass. And Miller Mahan threw that on a line right to McNeely.
Yeah, Miller to McNeely, man. I'll tell you what, Steve, but Miller that time did an outstanding job scrambling because they had his number, but he broke free and was able to get that pass off.
Pottsville on to attempt the point after. Will Sutterfield, the kicker. Need every point you can get against these guys. The snap is good. The kick, though, is going to be partially blocked. It's going to be no good. I think a Sand Lizard player got a hand on that click, so the point after on that kick, and the point after is no good. 7:57 left to go in the first half. Pottsville 6, Dardanelle nothing. We're back in 30 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like the Apaches give their all on the field, Tyler Riley at River Valley Realty goes the extra yard for you. Experienced, dedicated, skilled, and ready to tackle your real estate goals head on. So when you're ready to make a move that's a guaranteed touchdown, don't fumble that opportunity. Connect with Tyler today, 479-970-5079. Again, that's Tyler Riley at 479-970-5079. Let's go Apache.
An Heirloom Legal touchdown came on an 8-play, 34-yard drive after the Apache defense and special teams had given them the ball. It's a 34-yard drive. The touchdown pass from 13 yards out from Miller Mahan to Landon McNeely. Roy's Heating and Air brings you this Pottsville Apache kickoff as Pottsville leads 7-0. That drive took almost 7.5 minutes. So you didn't pick up a lot of yards, but you took a lot of time off the clock. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the second quarter. Pottsville is going to be kicking it off. I wonder who the Sandlers is going to have deep. Their return man went off the field injured. I think maybe Eddie Moore on the right side of the formation. Pottsville getting ready for the kick. The official says go get him. They run up. And the kick is on the way. Low line drive, fielded on the near side of the formation, the right side, across the 40 to the 45 to midfield. The return is Bo Miller into Apache territory at the 48-yard line. Tackle made by Cutter Boyce, but a nice return by Dardanelle, and they'll set up with very good field position.
Yeah, Steve, there's also a flag there on the 50-yard line.
Well, we'll see what that does.
Yeah.
I have no clue what that is, so I'll just keep my mouth shut till the man in the white hat tells us. It is a face mask against the Apaches on the tackle. I think he said it's the 5-yard variety. We'll see how many of the yards they mark off. Yep, they mark off 5, so Dardanelle still with very good field position. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the Apache 42. Sand Lizards send their offense back out on the field, trailing 6-0. This is the first time they've trailed all year. Hall never had a lead in that game. Vega takes the snap. They're not going to panic. He gives it to Robinson. Robinson stacked up, though, right at the line of scrimmage. Dardanelle pushed Pottsville back about 2 yards to the 40, and Robinson went no further.
Well, I'll tell you what, Steve, when you have some positive things happen to you, you know, there's a passion. You can see the momentum, and right now it's on the Apache side.
In fact, there's only a pickup of a yard on the play. Good job by the Apache secondary coming up in run support. Got to watch out, though. Vega can throw the ball if you come up too quickly. It's a double-barrel shotgun formation on 2nd and 9 from the Apache 41. They fake the counter. Vega keeps it himself with blockers up the middle, crosses the 30 of the Apaches, down to the 28 to the 27-yard line. It looked like a read option, but I'm pretty sure Vega had intended to keep that the whole way, and that's a Sand Lizard 1st and 10 to the Pottsville 29.
Yeah, Steve, Vega is just a great athlete, and, man, you can see it the way he takes control out there on the field and his running ability.
Picked up about 12 on that play for the first down for the Sand Lizards. 15 on the play clock. Dardanelle has the play. They empty out the backfield in motion. Robinson went left to right. Vega on the keeper, makes one man miss, turns it upfield at the 23, ahead to the 20, to the 15. Well, they're going to call Vega down at the 15. He got up and kept running into the end zone. High school football, your knee goes down, you're done.
Yeah.
He didn't think anybody touched me, so I'm going to keep going. That would have worked in the NFL. Ball is going to be at the 15-yard line. That's still a 1st and 10 for the Sand Lizards as they pick up 14 on that play.
Let's get a turnover here.
6:13 to go in the quarter, or in the half. 6-0 Pottsville. Dardanelle on the move. Vega brings it up the middle, crosses the 15, then gets stacked up at the 14. Driven back, I think they'll give him forward progress inside the 15 to the 13. Okay. Pick up a 4 on the play, so they'll actually give him to the 11. 2nd down and 6. Dardanelle has just gone to straight power running game, and they're making it work on this possession. This has been pretty much all straight ahead behind the big offensive line. Now they move a man right up under center. They still snap it to Vega. That's just for lead blocking, and Vega is met at the line of scrimmage by Bo Ade. Ade coming in from his outside linebacking spot, stopped Vega inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Picked up 2 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and a long 3, probably closer to 4. Dardanelle can score, or can get a 1st down without scoring. Sand Lizards in a offset I formation. Direct snap to Vega. He turns it upfield, gets inside the 5 to the 2-yard line. That's going to be good enough for a Sand Lizard 1st down. It's going to be 1st and goal to go. Colton Cole made the stop, but Vega had already picked up 1st down yardage. In fact, they're going to mark it out about the 1.
Yeah, Steve, it's all been Vega's running that's got him to this point, and I expect him probably to take it here as well.
Yeah, this whole drive has been a heavy dose of power football with Vega just getting in behind blockers. Now Vega under center to run a quarterback sneak, except we call a penalty. Dardanelle may have jumped offside.
I think they did, Steve.
Yep. False start. We'll back Dardanelle up 5 yards. Tell you the truth, I don't think it's going to change the play. I still think you're going to run Vega straight ahead.
Right.
Pottsville's going to see a steady diet of that Vega straight ahead until the Apaches stop it, I think. I know if I were calling plays for Dardanelle, I'd keep running it till the Apaches shut it down. So loss of 5 will put the ball back at the 6, the plus 6-yard line. First and goal to go from the 6. 2 backs in the backfield. Vega has one up man who's probably the lead blocker. He comes in motion left to right. Vega gives it to Robinson. Robinson makes one man miss but falls forward to the 4. Good play by the interior of the Apache line. Cade Lackey came in to make the hit on that play.
Yeah.
Trip Price also came in on the hit. Pickup is 2 to the 4-yard line. Second and goal to go for Dardanelle from the Apache 4. Boy, this is a battle along the line of scrimmage, isn't it, Jim?
No kidding, Steve.
Vega with Robinson to his right. Vega's going to try to follow Robinson up the middle, and he will take it into the end zone for a Dardanelle touchdown.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if they, I guess they're going to go ahead and send the PAT unit out.
Yep. Creed Vega with the touchdown. Dardanelle's kicker is a number I do not have on the roster. So I apologize. I can't tell you who the kicker is. The holder is Cameron Heflin. He gets the hold down. The kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. 3:39 left to go. Quarter number 2. Dardanelle 7, Pottsville 6. We're back after this 30-second timeout.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
So for the Sand Lizards, that was an 8-play, 42-yard drive. After they got good field position following the kick and an Apache penalty, it was basically all Creed Vega. I think he carried it on every play but one of the 8. And Pottsville now trails by 1, 7-6. Boy, you miss extra points and you chase them the whole night, don't you?
Boy, Steve, you do.
Dardanelle's going to be kicking off. Tyler Walker will be the kicker. He did not kick the point after, by the way. Walker with a high, long kick. Going to be taken by the Apaches at the 10. Return up the middle of the 20, the 25 to the 30. Good running back across the 33 to the 34-yard line. Pottsville blocked that very well, and a nice return by Kagan Jones. The Apaches will have pretty good field position with 3:17 to go in the quarter.
Well, Steve, we look like a different football team tonight.
We do, yep.
So hats off to Coach Russ and the coaching staff getting the kids coached back up. You know, when you take one on the chin like you did last week and a pretty tough environment, but to bounce back and to be in the ball game going into almost halftime, awful proud of these young men tonight.
Apaches have it 1st and 10 after some success on offense. Miller Mahan, the quarterback. Pottsville back to their base offense. They motion a man left to right. Mahan back to pass. Looking over the middle, has a man. Good catch. Throw is complete to Eli Atkins. He absorbed a big hit when the ball got there. And Atkins said, well, if I'm going to get hit by J.J. Ernst, I just will hang on to the ball.
Hey, listen, call him Timex Atkins, because, Steve, I mean, he took a licking and kept on ticking.
Ball is going to be at the 46-yard line for a first down, brought to you by McNeely Plumbing. That was a pickup of 13 on the throw and catch. Straight ahead goes Trip Price, but now with room up to midfield into Sand Lizard territory. Now they're going to mark him at midfield after a pickup of 5. A couple of pass completions have kind of loosened this defense up a little bit.
Steve, it has.
Second down, long 5, short 6, if you will. Pottsville with 2:50 and counting to go in the second quarter. Landon McNeely goes wide to the right. Jaden Harris wide left. Ball is on the left hash. Dardanelle showing blitz up the middle. Mahan reads it, tossed to the near side. That Stevenson makes one man miss, brings it into Sand Lizard territory at the 49. May have got to the 48-yard line before being driven out of bounds on the near side. Good play by Jacob Freeman coming up and making that stop for the Sand Lizards.
Yeah, he might have got a yard maybe.
Yep, I'd say the pickup is a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Clock stopped, I thought, as the play went out of bounds. I guess not. They signaled it stayed inbound, so it continues to run as we approach 2 minutes to go in the half. Jaden Harris wide to the right. Motion man right to left. Toss sweep comes to Adkins. He turns the corner with blocking. Gets to the 45, to the 44-yard line. Good open field tackle by Dardanelle to keep Adkins from picking up the first down there, but he's going to be within a yard at the 45.
Yeah, I think we go for it here, Steve.
I think so, too. I think so as well. It's going to be 4th down and a yard. How about a play fake to Trip Price and throw it deep to Stevenson? 4th down and a yard from the Sand Lizard 45. Now you see why I'm up here and not calling plays. Motion man comes right to left. They do give it to Price, and Power running has a first down and then some into the Sand Lizard territory to the 43 to the 42-yard line. Another McNeely Plumbing 1st and 10.
Yeah, good call there by Coach, giving it to their big fullback, Price.
The interior line of Pottsville doing some good blocking there. Matthew Loveland with a good block. And we have a whistle, and the officials are going to take a timeout. We have an injured Sand Lizard. I don't know if he's injured or if he's got an equipment problem.
I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both, Steve.
I think it's an equipment problem. It's Hunter Anderson. He comes off the field. He comes off under his own power, and then one of the coaches has the helmet, so I think that's probably an equipment issue. Probably got the helmet knocked off, and you got to come out for a play, right?
Yeah.
So it's 1st and 10, Pottsville at the Sand Lizard 42. Dardanelle again showing blitz, counter coming, and Dardanelle's offense won the line of scrimmage. Looked like the Apache running back was tackled by his face mask, but no flag came in. I'm not sure how they missed that, but that was pretty clearly a face mask when the guy's head turns that much. I'm not sure what the white hat was looking at, but he's missing a good game. Minute 14 left to go. Pottsville takes a timeout after the loss of 5 on the no penalty call. Pottsville trailing Dardanelle 7-6. We're back after this 30-second timeout.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
Play there as Dardanelle gets away with a face mask and a loss of 5 results. Pottsville takes a timeout. A minute 14 left to go in the first half. Dardanelle leads 7-6 on the result of a made point after. Pottsville has had some success moving the ball. They'll have a 2nd and long here, 2nd and 14. Miller out of the shotgun. First time we've seen this tonight. Has good blocking. Rolls right, throws it downfield, and it is caught. Did McNeely catch that? He sure did. McNeely made a great side adjustment, came back and catches it at the 23-yard line. That's a 1st and 10 brought to you by McNeely Plumbing. And what a play by Landon McNeely adjusting to that ball.
Yeah, I'd like to see that one on replay. Wow.
Dardanelle had that covered with double coverage, and McNeely just wanted it worse. He just went and took it. Pick up a 22 on the throw and catch to the Sand Lizard 24. Toss sweep to the right side. Price hesitates, makes one Sand Lizard miss, powers through another, brings it upfield inside the 15, maybe to the 14-yard line. That's going to be close to another first down. Did he get out of bounds to stop the clock? I don't think so. I'm trying to see if the officials have stopped the clock. It is not moving. It's a pickup of 9 on the play down to the 16-yard line. 2nd down and a yard. Yeah, he must have got out of bounds because the clock is stopped on 2nd and a yard. 7-6 Dardanelle, 48 seconds to go in the second. Pottsville on the move. They're at the Sand Lizard 15. Flanker screen complete to the near side with blocking to the 10. Inside the 10 to the 5. Still fighting down to the 4-yard line. That's Colby Stevenson, and that's going to be another Pottsville Apache first down brought to you by McNeely Plumbing.
Wow. Way to battle, Stevenson.
He gets down to the 4-yard line, pickup of 12 on the flanker screen. Pottsville has time. They have timeouts as well. First and goal to go from the 4. Mahan under center, and Pottsville jumps offside. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Boy, we saw a whole bunch of that in Elkins, didn't we? Penalty will move the ball back 5 yards to the 9. Still first and goal. And Pottsville has time, 29 seconds. They have 3 timeouts left. Or excuse me, they have 3. 7-6, the Sand Lizards lead it. Ball still at the 9. You're still in a pretty good spot. McNeely comes wide to the right. Jaden Harris wide to the left. Trip Price the back in the backfield. Mahan takes the snap. Pulls it on the sweep, turns it upfield, runs through 2 Sand Lizards, inside the 4 to the 2, to the end zone. Touchdown, Pottsville! Miller Mahan would not be denied. He just ran over 2 Sand Lizard players to score from 9 yards out. Wow. He got good blocking on the initial exchange, and then the Sand Lizards came up in support, and Miller Mahan ran 2 of them right over.
Steve, we have a Sand Lizard down. I think it's number 21 for Dardanelle, and that is Hunter Anderson. Shaking up on the play.
And one of the Pottsville coaches out there in a big hurry, the Sand Lizard, that's the Pottsville trainer out in a big hurry. Now the coaches come over. Yeah, I believe that is Hunter Anderson. Yep, that is Anderson. He's up, though, so that's good to see that he's okay. So Pottsville with a 10-play, 67-yard drive. Touchdown by Miller Mahan, and I think Pottsville's going to go for 2 here. Anderson will come to the sideline. We're glad to see he's all right. He took a real big hit on that play. So on the 2-point conversion attempt, Miller Mahan under center calls the offense set. Takes the snap, rolls to the right, looks into the end zone, and the pass is incomplete. Boy, he had a man, too.
Is there a flag? No, I thought I saw a flag, Steve, but it wasn't.
The 2-point conversion fails, but Pottsville 12, Dardanelle 7, 13 seconds left to go in the quarter. We're back with the Roy's Heating and Air kickoff in 30 seconds.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Heirloom Legal Services touchdown by Miller Mahan with a powerful run, 9 yards out to score the touchdown. On the 2-point conversion, I think he had Kagan Jones in the end zone, but that's a tough angle to throw from, and he let him just a little bit too much as the play falls incomplete. 12-7 Pottsville leading, 13 seconds left to go. The Apaches are going to kick it off. Dardanelle with only 1 man deep, so they're setting up some kind of a return here. Pottsville with a bouncing kick fielded at the 15. Return across the 20 to the 25. Tackle made almost immediately at the 27-yard line. That tackle may have been made by Hunter Anderson. Or excuse me, not by Hunter Anderson, by Cutter Boyce.
Yeah.
And I thought I saw a penalty flag flying in. Was that my imagination? It was, okay.
Yeah, that was J.J. Ernest.
Ernst, the ball carrier?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ernest?
The number 27 for Dardanelle. But he got hit hard, Steve.
Yeah,
Wow.
he did, and he's been down a couple of times. So that play took 9 seconds. Dardanelle will have it. Let's see. I think the Sand Lizards will get the ball to begin the third quarter also. And Pottsville wants a timeout here. They want to talk about things. So Roy Heating and Air kickoff. Coverage executed very smartly by the Apaches. Dardanelle's basically going to have a first down and 70 when we come back after this 30-second timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like the Apaches give their all on the field, Tyler Riley at River Valley Realty goes the extra yard for you. Experienced, dedicated, skilled, and ready to tackle your real estate goals head on. So when you're ready to make a move that's a guaranteed touchdown, don't fumble that opportunity. Connect with Tyler today, 479-970-5079. Again, that's Tyler Riley at 479-970-5079. Let's go Apache.
Well, you know Coach Vega has some kind of a trick play for a situation like this. The question is, do you want to unveil it in a non-conference game?
Yeah.
It will be interesting to see, or they may just let Creed Vega see if he can make a play. Pottsville leads 12-7, 4 seconds left. Now they're just going to hand it off. I didn't think they'd try anything too fancy. The gain is across the 40 to the 39-yard line. Tackle made there, and that is the end of the first half of play. The Granite Shop brings you halftime from John Needham Stadium, and the Apaches lead this game 12-7. We're back after this 1-minute timeout on the Apache Sports Network.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
We are at the Granite Shop halftime report. This has been quite the entertaining football game. Throughout most of the first half, both teams' defenses really dominated this contest. Neither team had a whole lot of success picking up first downs or yardage or scoring, and both defenses were playing very, very effectively. And then Pottsville got the ball late in the second quarter, 28 seconds left in the second quarter, and were able to move the ball 8 plays, 34 yards. Now, the Apache defense kind of set that up, making a big stop on third down, and then the Apache special teams covered a high snap by Dardanelle. The Apaches got the short field. They were able to move the 34 yards in 8 plays. A beautiful touchdown pass from Miller Mahan to Landon McNeely for the score. The point after was no good. Pottsville led 6-0. So Dardanelle comes right back. They get a good return, have a short field. They start at the Apache 42-yard line. They make an 8-play, 42-yard drive. The 8 plays, 7 of them were runs by Creed Vega, including a 4-yard touchdown run with, with 3:17 left to go in the quarter. And the point after was good by Dardanelle. They had a 7-6 lead. The Apaches get the ball back. They score again, meaning 3 possessions in a row. The teams put points on the board. Pottsville with a beautiful drive. They have a 10-play, 67-yard touchdown drive. The touchdown run was by Miller Mahan from 9 yards out, but the play set up on a long throw and catch from Miller Mahan to Landon McNeely. Pottsville went for 2. That conversion attempt failed, and that was your score at the half. The Apaches leading the Sand Lizards 12-7. Halftime show brought to you by the Granite Shop rolls on. Brother Jim, your thoughts on that first half?
Steve, this is the Pottsville football team that I thought we would have this year. These kids have worked hard. Last week was a tough week, but, hey, this is a new week. First half, hats off to Pottsville. Man, we're going in against a 5A school. We scored 12-7, so we're up by 5. But, Steve, we just got to continue to play with pride, and we got to continue to play with dignity, and we got to continue to play with motivation. And so if we do that, I think we can come out top.
We're going to have a long halftime, I can tell you that right now, because we have already seen the Dardanelle cheerleaders. We have seen the Pottsville cheerleading squad, both with very nice dance routines. The Dardanelle Sand Lizard Marching Band is taking the field, and then we'll have a performance by the Pottsville Marching Apaches. So we will tell you that we'll be back in about 15, maybe 16 minutes or so. Pottsville leading this game at 12-7. We appreciate the Granite Shop halftime report. I'm Stephen Glenn. So long for just a little while. Hope you enjoyed watching the halftime show from John Needham Stadium on the Arkansas Sports Network. I'm Stephen Glenn. Justin Smith is producing our broadcast. Ray Garcia is our cameraman. Jim Huffman is my broadcast partner. He'll be back here in just a minute or so. First of all, a little housekeeping I want to catch up on. The Dardanelle kicker who made their all-important point after. Number 1 is Jesus Garcia, though I apologize for not having that name at hand. We were able to get that from the Dardanelle broadcast crew, and thank you to Judge Thone for getting that information my way. We are at halftime, the Granite Shop halftime report. We can tell you some other scores going on around high school football tonight. This is week 1, the week where everybody plays as opposed to week 0. One score from the bigger schools that kind of catch my attention. Boy, how about the juggernaut football played in Greenwood? Greenwood leads Fort Smith Northside 42-0. That's at the half. That's a halftime score, 42-0. Pine Bluff, how about the Zebras? They're coming on strong. They lead Little Rock Central 33-7 at the halftime break. North Little Rock and Fayetteville in a barn burner. That game is 20-16, charging Wildcats in the second quarter. Let's see, what else do we have here? Greenbrier and Valonia, that's an interesting matchup. Greenbrier leads that game 21-6 at the half. Mountain Home leading Harrison. The Rockets leading the Goblins 30-14. Mississippi Madison Ridgeway Academy, they lead Pulaski Academy 21-10. Well, how good is that team out of Mississippi to lead PA at the half? Let's see, Southside all over Van Buren 42-9 at the halftime break. Trying to locate some scores here a little closer to our size. Well, someone we see quite often, Robinson beating Forest City 17-8. That game is at the half. Russellville Cyclones trailing Hot Springs Lakeside at halftime, 24-12. See some schools a little closer to our size. Pea Ridge all over Gentry at the half, 35-7. Well, Ozark and Boonville, talk about one of the more intense rivalry games around the state, and that game is tied at 14. The Bearcats and the Hillbillies lighting it up. You bet there's some hitting going on in that football game. Let's see. Other schools, trying to see if there's anybody from our conference that has anything reported. The Elks leading Charleston 35-13. That game is at the half. Hector, how about the Wildcats? They're leading Quitman by 2 touchdowns at the half, 28-14. Let's see here. What else do we have going on around the state tonight? Those are the only scores that we have reported so far. Here, Pottsville is leading Dardanelle 12-7 as we get ready to come back from the halftime break. We appreciate you joining us on the Granite Shop halftime show. Well, both bands did a nice job. Dardanelle brought their band over across the river. Pottsville also showing very nicely. Of course, you know, you're early on in the marching season as well as the football season, so the marching bands have not really had much of a chance to even get close to putting in their entire shows. So it's, basically come out onto the field, get everybody set in the right spot and play your opening song. But, I mean, you got to start somewhere, right? Last 3 possessions of the first half ended in points for each team. Pottsville with 2 touchdowns, Dardanelle with 1. Will Sutterfield will be kicking off for the Apaches. Dardanelle will have the ball to begin quarter number 3. Sutterfield lined up, ready to hit the kickoff. Kick is going to come to the far side of the field, taken by the Sand Lizards at the 15. Return across the 20 to the 30-yard line and then tackled at the 30-yard line. Big tackle across the way made by Pottsville's Bryson Burge. Burge stayed in his lane, made the tackle, but a flag came in. I'm wondering if that might have been a face mask. We'll see. The return man for Dardanelle got spun around. Sometimes that is done by the face mask. Yeah, of course they see that one. They didn't see the one where the Apache running back got tackled by the face mask. Yep. Well, that's because he got tackled by the face mask. So that's going to give Dardanelle very good field position at the 46-yard line. Dardanelle will have it 1st and 10 at their own 46 as we are underway in the third quarter. And we have a procedure call on Dardanelle, so they'll give up those 5 yards immediately. That'll move it back to the 41. Pottsville with a lead by a touchdown. The Apaches yet to convert. Snap to Vega. He's looking to bring it up the middle. Steps outside. Apaches with good pursuit. Pick up about 3 on the play, but a nice job of the Apaches flying to the football. Tackle finally made by Colby Stevenson, but several defenders in on that. And that play is going to lose back to the 44-yard line. So the loss is from the 46 back to the 44-yard line. 2nd down and 13. Pottsville strung that out, did a nice job. The Apaches' pursuit very solid. Vega in the pistol formation. He keeps it, rolls to the right, looking over the middle, has a man complete at the 40-yard line. The ball to Cameron Heflin. Would you turn that down, please? Cameron Heflin making the reception. He'll be at the 41-yard line of the Apaches. Let's see, we have a penalty for illegal motion on Dardanelle. That's coming back. Welcome back, Brother Jim.
Steve, I had to fight the halftime crowd. I think this is one of the biggest crowds we had here in John Needham in some time.
Yep, it's full on both sides.
Yep.
So after the, they said illegal motion, but they backed that up a long way. That went all the way back to the 39-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and a bunch. 2nd down and 17 from the 39. I thought an illegal shift was 5 yards. Maybe it was from the spot of the foul deep in the backfield. Anyway, Vega takes it, 2nd down and long, shows a screen, and Pottsville intercepts the screen pass. Boade has it. He's returning it up the right sideline for the Apaches to the 15, to the 10. Driven out of bounds at the 10, but the Apaches on the turnover will have it deep in Sand Lizard territory. We have a late penalty flag in there. That may be celebration foul on Pottsville.
No, Steve, I think it
or
was
a late
Vega,
hit?
Yeah, Vega taking him out of bounds and tackling him on the track.
So an interception by Bo Ade. He saw that screen coming. There is a penalty flag in on the play. It is against Dardanelle. Good call, Jim. Personal foul will move the ball half the distance to the goal, and Pottsville's going to have it 1st and goal to go.
Wow.
From the 5-yard line.
Well, you know, Vega was frustrated at that time because of the pick, and it was almost a pick 6, and he took it out on Boade when he threw him out of bounds on the track.
And that cost him half the distance to the goal with 10:32 left to go. Boy, that's a big turnover by Pottsville. They take it 1st and 10. Play goes right straight ahead inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Play's going to pick up about a yard to the 4. Ball carrier was Trip Price. He got about a yard, maybe 2. I think they're going to give him forward progress to the 3. 2nd and goal to go. Pottsville with a single back in the backfield. Motion man left to right. They give it to Price again. Off tackle to the right side. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pottsville. Heirloom Legal Services with an Apache touchdown from 3 yards out.
Steve, that's exactly what we needed to happen here in this ball game to start the third quarter. And Pottsville has come up big with the turnover, with the interception by Ade, and now the touchdown. And here we are, Steve. I believe we'll be going for 2 here, maybe.
Well, I would think so. Pottsville's lead is 18-7. Well,
We'll have to call a timeout.
Yep. Caleb Turek is going to hustle into the game. Well, the play clock hasn't started. Now it'll start, so maybe we're not going to need a timeout. Looks like that is Will Sutterfield on to attempt the point after. Caleb Turek, the holder. This kick is on the way, and this kick is good. And there's another penalty flag on the play. That penalty may be on Brandon Kearns. And then another flag comes in late. So we'll let I'm not going to speculate anymore on the penalties. We'll let the officials figure it out. But I can tell you that the point after attempt is good. Point after touchdown drilled by Will Sutterfield. And for the moment, Pottsville has a 19-7 lead. The officials huddle up to talk about the penalty. In fact, the penalties were called by the white hat in both cases. Once he threw his yellow flag. Second time he had to throw his hat to indicate the second penalty. But we'll see what he calls. Okay, so they have a running into the kicker penalty on Dardanelle. Personal foul on Pottsville. They're going to offset. So it will be Pottsville to kick off.
We got a break there, Steve.
Yeah, I think we did too. 9:51 to go in the second quarter. Pottsville now leads 19-7. Good to see Will Sutterfield drill that point after touchdown.
Boy, it was.
Probably didn't need to chase the two there. Just get your kicker in there, get him a kick, and build some confidence. Because a lot of times that's what point after touchdowns are. It was a good hold by Caleb Turek, sure-handed. Well, that's what Pottsville needed. Boy, they got their first possession in a hurry deep in Sand Lizard territory and powered it right into the end zone, and I do mean power.
Yeah.
So Pottsville leads at 19-7, 9:51 to go in the third. Sutterfield's going to kick it off again. Kick right down the middle. Sand Lizard's going to field it at the 10. Return up the left hash, crosses the 20 to the 25. I believe that's Eddie Moore, the return man. Crosses the 35, driven out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Dardanelle will get pretty fair field position. Tackle made by Caleb Turek, who held on the point after. He hustled downfield and made the stop. Dardanelle will take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Pottsville has scored on their last 3 possessions in a row. You like the looks of that, don't you?
Steve, I do. And on the defensive side, do you think 8A practiced that play this week in practice, man? Because he read it, man.
He read it perfect, tipped it to himself, and returned it all the way up the right sideline. Flanker screen coming complete on the near side. Pottsville has that diagnosed well. The completion will get to the 39-yard line. That's a pickup of 2, maybe 3 yards to Roderick Chatton, but good job by the Apaches covering that. Tate Cobb hustled out there and was involved in the play. Tackle also made by Caleb Stansel, number 25. We've called his name a bunch.
Well, we have.
So the pickup is 3 on the play, 2nd and 7. Sand Lizards in their own territory. Ball on the right hash, trips left. Vega rolls to the right. He's got pressure coming. And coming on the blitz, tackle made back at the 30-yard line. The pass is going to be complete up to the 40. And Dardanelle's going to turn that into a plus play.
Wow.
Well, you tackle Creed Vega, you better grab that throwing arm, although he may be hurt. Pass was complete for Dardanelle across the 42 to the 43-yard line. That's going to pick up 3 yards. We'll bring up 3rd down and 4. But Vega was very slow to get up after that play.
Well, he was. Wow.
Of course, he goes both ways. You know, a lot of these Sand Lizard players do. 3rd down and 4. Vega's going to take it himself. Sets up the blocking, brings it upfield. Tackled head over heels across midfield at the 48-yard line. Good form tackle again by the Apaches, but that's going to be a Sand Lizard 1st and 10 on Pottsville's side of the field.
Yeah, Vega just has a nose, for the football and where the sticks are at, and he just knows how to pick up the 1st down.
Picked up about 9 on that carry. He's very good at setting up his blockers, too. He times his acceleration very well.
Yeah, he's patient.
Plays under control for a sophomore. 1st and 10, Sand Lizards at the Apache 47. This time they're going to give us to Robinson. Robinson's going to bring it up the middle, crosses the S in the Apaches, gets down to the 42. Looks like tackle may have been made by number 40, Tate Cobb of the Apaches after a pickup of 6. Ball is at the 41 of the Apaches. 7:41 to go in the third. Pottsville 19, Dardanelle 7. Sand Lizards on the drive. Their second possession of the half. Vega takes the snap. Comes to the line of the scrimmage left. Gets in behind blockers at the 37. Gets inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. And that's going to be another 1st and 10 for the Sand Lizards. This is what they did on their possession before last. It just was Vega right up the middle.
Yep, and he's patient, and Steve, as you said, and he is following the blockers.
He is quite a talent, no doubt about that. Picks up 9 that time. 1st and 10, Dardanelle in Pottsville territory on the left hash. Snap to Vega. He's going to give it this time to Robinson. Robinson makes one man miss, but the Apaches are there to clean it up. Very short gain on that play. Was that number 5, Trip Price, on the tackle?
Yes.
It was.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Well, Trip Price has played quite a ball game, hasn't he?
Steve, he has.
Absolutely no gain on that play. Price did not make the initial hit, but he arrived in a hurry and in a bad mood and made the stop.
I know it's early to talk about the player of the game, but my goodness, we got a lot of guys showing up tonight.
Oh yeah, Trip Price, Landon McNeely, Mahan. On the defensive side of the field, my goodness, how many times have we called
Bo A-Day?
A-Day, yeah. Handoff straight up the middle and going nowhere. Speaking of Bo A-Day, he comes up with a big stop there. That play actually lost a yard back to the 34 on the give to Robinson.
Wow.
Now it's Pottsville's defense that's reading their keys and making plays. 3rd down and 11 for the Sand Lizards. We're under 6 minutes to go in the quarter. Dardanelle a little confused here. They're bringing in players very, very late and subbing out late. Play clock under 10, and Vega doesn't have the play yet. I think Dardanelle's going to have to spend a timeout here. They're not going to get this off. In fact, they're not even going to try. Timeout by the Sand Lizards. 5:38 to go. We are in the third quarter. Pottsville leads 19-7. Sand Lizards have the ball 3rd and 11 at the Apache 34, and we're back after this 30-second timeout.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
I think it's interesting, Brother Jim. I'm watching Miller Mahan warm up here on the sideline, anticipating that Pottsville may get the ball back. And I'm watching his throwing motion, and I finally figured out he throws the ball like a baseball catcher. That's how they taught me to throw when I was a catcher. You don't bring the ball all the way back. You bring it back into what we call the cobra position. You bring it back behind your ear and then send it forward with everything you have.
That's exactly what he's doing, Steve.
Yep, that's how he throws the football. But I feel bad it took me that long to figure it out.
Well, you know, last week, of course, he was under a lot of pressure last week. Somebody said he looked like the quarterback for Kansas City throwing sidearm.
Yeah. Well, you know, Patrick Mahomes makes it work okay.
Yeah, he does, don't he?
3rd down and 11. Big play coming here after the Sand Lizard timeout. Pottsville showing base defense. Now they bring pressure. Now they step back from pressure. Dardanelle on a go route. Pottsville has it covered well, and it falls incomplete at the goal line. Good coverage in the secondary by the Apaches. Back deep in coverage was Colton Cole, number 22.
Yeah, I thought that was Cole back there, Steve, and he played it perfectly.
Dardanelle taking that shot there. They must already had a play called for 4th down, because you're not going to take that shot and then punt the ball. Wouldn't surprise me if they don't try to go deep again, although their best play has been Vega up the middle and Vega off tackle to the right. 4th down and 11. Dardanelle's going for it from the Pottsville 34. Play clock down to 5. They're going to have to hustle to get this off. Quick snap. Vega out of a double-barrel shotgun. He's throwing up the right side. Pottsville had coverage. Good coverage in the secondary. Penalty flag falls in. Are they going to call interference on that? There was contact, but it was the offensive man that went back and created the contact.
It was, Steve. My goodness.
Oh, are you kidding me? Are they going to call pass interference on that when the offensive player went back into the defender?
Oh, me. Come on.
Maybe not. Pass interference on the Apaches. I'm sorry, folks. That was a terrible call.
That was horrible.
Not only was it horrible, the official was not in position to make the call. He was 5 to 6 yards behind the play. But I had a good look at it from here. The Sand Lizard defender went back and ran into the Apache defender.
Well, Coach Kaufman is about to stroke out on the sideline. He is telling the defense, or he's telling the sideline official all about it.
Well, he should be. That call, not only was that call horrible, the guy wasn't in the position to even make it. So Dardanelle with a big break. Vega is going to carry it himself. Waits for a hole that never really develops as the Apaches close that down in a big hurry. Short gain on the play over the left side. May have picked up a yard on the play. The penalty moved the ball down to the, the 19-yard line. Then the pickup is 4 yards down to the 15. Second down and 6. Vega back to pass, looking over the middle, throws short, has a man at the 12, driven out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. That pass is complete to Eddie Moore. That's going to be close to, but short of first down yardage, I think.
Sladen Graham was on the tackle that time for the Apaches.
Sladen Graham's another name we've called a bunch.
Yeah.
So the ball gets down to the 13-yard line. That play only picked up 2. It's going to be third down and 4. 4:53 to go. Quarter number 3, 19-7, Pottsville leads it. Dardanelle just got a huge break on a pass interference call. It's third down and 3 here. I would imagine this is going to be Vega up the middle. And that is the carry. Vega gets inside the 7 to the 6-yard line. I believe that's going to be good enough for first down yardage. Yep, that is a 1st and 10 for the Sand Lizards.
Number 76, Cade Lackey, goes in as the nose tackle for the Pottsville Apaches.
My, oh my. Dardanelle trying to capitalize on the break on the pass interference call. It's going to be 1st and goal to go from the 6-yard line. 4:25 to go in the third quarter. Pottsville leads 19-7. Shotgun formation. Vega follows lead blocking up the middle. Gets pushed from behind down to the 2, stacked up at the 1. I don't think he got in. Now the far side officials coming in and marking it out about the 1, so Vega's going to pick up 6. It's going to be second down and goal to go. 14th play of the drive coming, and again the big play was the pass interference call. Vega takes the direct snap. He gets stacked up in the backfield. I don't think he got there. Dardanelle signaling touchdown. Now the near side official does. He agrees. Touchdown. And I'm not going to argue about that one because I had the worst possible view on that. But that is a touchdown for the Sand Lizards. Is that Vega the ball carrier?
It was Vega.
So a Sand Lizard touchdown after they were given a huge break. And we found out that Jesus Garcia is the Sand Lizard kicker. Cameron Heflin is the holder. They're going to fake this. Heflin on the fire call, rolls to the right, throws it into the end zone, and that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. So that point after is going to fail. 3:47 left to go in the third. Pottsville 19, Dardanelle 13. The Roy's Heating and Air kickoff is coming after this 30-second timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like the Apaches give their all on the field, Tyler Riley at River Valley Realty goes the extra yard for you. Experienced, dedicated, skilled, and ready to tackle your real estate goals head on. So when you're ready to make a move that's a guaranteed touchdown, don't fumble that opportunity. Connect with Tyler today, 479-970-5079. Again, that's Tyler Riley at 479-970-5079. Let's go Apache.
Welcome back to John Needham Stadium. The Sand Lizards had a, 14-play, 63-yard touchdown drive. The final 6 yards from Creed Vega up the middle. The point after touchdown was no good. I don't know. They came out on that fire call, the fire drill. I thought the snap was pretty good. I wonder if that was a fake all the way. Let's just say that play looked kind of funny, and we'll leave it at that. Sand Lizards kicking off. High kick's going to come to the near side. Pottsville takes it at the 15. Return across the 20 to the 25, the 30, the 34, the 35-yard line. Tackle made by the face mask, and this time Dardanelle's going to be caught for it.
Yeah,
that was Jaden Harris on the return, wasn't it?
Number 6, Jaden Harris, Steve.
So Harris is going to return it across the 35, and then the face mask penalty will take it out to at least the 40-yard line, if not more. I don't know if they call the personal foul version or the 5-yard version.
Well, it needs to be the personal foul version because, Steve, it definitely was how they tackled. But they're going to do a 5. Oh, we got all. Oh, my goodness.
Well, let's just say this officiating crew isn't doing Pottsville any favors.
Oh, my goodness.
3:35 left to go in quarter number 3. 5-yard mark-off, even though the tackle was made by the face mask. All right, so the Apache offense, Miller Mahan up under center, 1st and 10 from the 24. Give it straight up the middle, across midfield. That's going to be a first down for the Apaches. Ball carrier that time for Pottsville was Tate Cobb. He has a McNeely Plumbing 1st and 10, plowing over defenders across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Boy, Cobb looked like a true fullback that time, didn't he, Steve?
Picked up 12 yards going right straight up the middle.
Yeah, that's what you call running downhill.
1st and 10 Pottsville at the Sand Lizard 47 on the left hash. Pottsville again in the flex. Mahan's keeping it. He turns it upfield, has yards across the 40 to the 35, hits open field up the right side to the 20, the 15. He's going to be driven out of bounds at the 17-yard line. That's going to be another McNeely Plumbing first down for the Apaches.
Wow. What a run that time. And you're talking about breaking tackles. Miller Mahan showed his strength that time, breaking tackles and then turning it upfield.
28 yards on that run. And a 1st and 10 for the Apaches. 2:55 to go in the third quarter. 19-13 Pottsville with the lead. The only stop on defense in this second half has been Pottsville Bo Aday's interception. First down Apaches from the 13. Give it straight ahead. Not much running room there. From the 13 maybe down to the 12 or the 11-yard line. Dardanelle stacked up the middle on that one. Sand Lizard still selling out into the middle, which I would think would leave something going on misdirection. Ball is at the 13, 2nd and 9 for the Apaches. Mahan has the play from the sideline. The play will split McNeely wide to the right. They put Colby Stevenson in a slot to the right side. Mahan under center, calls the offensive line set, takes the snap, gives it straight ahead, across the 10 up the right side to the 9 to the 8-yard line. I believe that was Tripp Price, the ball carrier.
I believe it was, number 5.
To the 10-yard line is going to pick up 3. 3rd down and 6. 19-13. Pottsville with the lead. Apaches looking for more, but it's a long 3rd down. 3rd down and 7 from the Sand Lizard 10. Single wide out to the left. Mahan under center. Motion man right to left. Toss sweep coming to the near side. Stevenson cuts it back inside the 7 to the 6. Stevenson, I don't know if he got to the 5 or not. No, in fact, they marked him at the 7, I believe. Well, now they're going to back it up to the 8. They only give him a pickup of 2 on that play. Well, looks like Pottsville's going to go for it on 4th down.
4th and 6.
The Apaches have had good luck putting the ball in Miller Mahan's hands and letting him make reads on various option sequences. Eli Atkins goes wide to the right. He's got single coverage. Mahan takes the snap. He's back to pass. He's going to roll right, looking into the end zone, still rolling, and he's just going to throw it away or take a sack. Yeah. That was probably a smart play there. I got to say, on that play, a couple of Apaches, I think, ran the wrong route. Miller Mahan was looking for receivers that weren't there. They're going to drive Mahan out of bounds at the 20-yard line, and the Sand Lizard defense is going to come up with a big stop. They're going to get it on downs.
Tough break there, Steve, but I think Mahan did the right thing. Just hang on to that football. Don't fumble.
So the Sand Lizard defense trying to will them back into the ball game. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Boy, that was such a nice drive by the Apaches to come away empty-handed. Vega will take it up the middle, going to the left side, has running room across the 30, up the sideline to the 35, was about to hit open field and then drug down at the 37-yard line. But that's still going to be a Sand Lizard 1st down and 10 across the 37. Pickup of 17 on that play. Vega's got to be close to 100 yards.
At least. Because he's been their go-to guy, Steve, all night long. I mean, he calls his own number, and rightly so.
So 1st down and 10 for Dardanelle. I don't know why they're just now getting around to winding the clock, but they are. That play didn't go out of bounds. Anyway, from the pistol, Vega takes the snap, gives it straight ahead. That's Robinson, and he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Good play by the interior defense of Pottsville. Now Robinson falls forward for a yard, maybe 2. Initial hit, I believe, was made by Tate Cobb. They're going to say Landon McNeely also in with a hit. To the 39-yard line. The pickup is 2. Dardanelle may not snap it again. Yeah, they won't. We're at the end of the 3rd quarter. After 3, your score, the Apaches 19, Dardanelle 13. We are back after this 1-minute timeout with more Pottsville Apache football.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
We'll begin the 4th quarter at John Needham Stadium with the Sand Lizards having the ball. They have moved it to the Apache 40-yard line. Pottsville leads at 19-13. I say that Dardanelle's actually at their own 40-yard line, just short of the 40. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Dardanelle with a big touchdown on their last possession, aided by a pass interference call. That was a major break. Out of the shotgun formation, the give is to the running back, and he is buried in the backfield. Good play by Bo Aday as he came in and stopped that play for about a 5-yard loss. Aday wasn't reading anything. His responsibility was the running back, and he just went in and hit him, and it just so happened Vega gave him the ball.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, man, what a great read by number 2, Aday.
Loss is 4 on the play, 3rd down and 12. Now, Aday came up limping just a little bit. He may be cramping some. Pottsville shifting their defense. It's 3rd down and 12. Vega in the backfield with his running back, Latavius Robinson. Vega back to pass, looking right, now wants to bring it down and run, scrambles out of traffic. He can throw on the run, he does there, and the ball is going to be knocked away in the secondary by the Apaches. Did we intercept it?
We did, number 24, Steve.
It was intercepted by Eli Adkins. How did Adkins close on that one?
Well, it was tipped by number 22. And the old tip drill came through.
Colton Cole getting back in coverage, saw the play, knocked it away, and then his teammate Eli Adkins comes up with the interception at the 50, and the Apache defense holds.
Wow. 2nd pick tonight, Steve.
Big play there by Pottsville. The defense bending but not breaking. Now we have a couple of players down on the field. I mentioned cramping. A couple of Apache players are getting their legs stretched out. Pottsville may want to use a timeout here. Pass was intercepted. You credit the interception to number 24, Eli Adkins.
But the assist?
But you get an assist to Colton Cole on the tip drill.
Yeah.
And Pottsville will take over 1st and 10. They are at their own 48-yard line with 11:14 to go in the ball game. The players for Pottsville's up. That's Trip Price limping off the field, isn't it? Well, you hate to see him coming to the sidelines. Get that man some pickle juice.
Yeah, pickle juice and get him stretched out.
Or if he's like a former Razorback relief pitcher, get him some beet juice.
And then, yeah. And then Caleb Stansel's also getting stretched out pretty good, number 25. So
Yep. Got some cramping going on here.
Those guys on defense have been playing a heck of a ball game.
Yep.
Steve, we had a request for the Ric Flair woo from you.
So our audience is requesting the Ric Flair woo, celebrating the Apache wrestling background of the football team. Pottsville will have it 1st and 10. Mahan under center. And they're going to give it to, Mahan's going to keep it himself. Makes one man miss. Gets positive yards across midfield into Sand Lizard territory at the 48 to the 47-yard line. How did Price do that? Tackle was made, I believe, by Bo Miller, but not before Miller. Mahan picked up 5 yards basically on his own on that play. He just refused to be tackled. They're still working on the leg of the two Apache players that came out with cramping. Pottsville does have some depth at that fullback spot. Mahan, he's going to give it, and it's going to be fumbled. Dardanelle with a big hit there. Tate Cobb had the ball, had it knocked out from behind. Sand Lizards come up with it, return it to the 49.
I believe that was Brendan Kern, number 24, that picked off the fumble.
Yep. Big hit from behind there, and the Apaches fumble it right back to Dardanelle. And you still have 2 defenders down on the near sideline. So a fumble recovered by Dardanelle. So Dardanelle will have it after the turnover as the teams exchange turnovers. I think you have some tired players for both teams on the field there, Brother Jim.
Yeah, I see that's what it is. I mean, it's been a tough football game for both sides.
Pottsville leads at 19-13. Sand Lizards have it. They give it to Robinson. He's fighting his way up the middle. Gets across the 48 to the 47 to the 46-yard line. He'll pick up about 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, Robertson's also slow to get up.
Yeah, Robertson's slow to get up. I saw Vega in the backfield with both hands on his hips. You got some tired players on both teams. I'm not picking on anybody. Both teams have earned the tired tonight. 2nd down and 5 for Dardanelle at the Pottsville 45. Apaches lead at 19-13. Double barrel shotgun. They're going to give it to Robinson. He's coming left, has a wall of Apaches in front of him. First hit made by Logan Tatro, and Tatro's going to stand Robinson up until the rest of the tribe can arrive, and that's going to be a loss of 2.
Yeah.
That loss is going to be from the 45 back to the 46, so a loss of 1. 3rd down and 7 for Dardanelle. Their center, big number 78, Jaden Swati, has the offense huddling up around him. 15 on the play clock. Vega is in a pistol formation. Robinson behind him. They fake the give. Creed rolls to the right. He's under pursuit. Pass incomplete at the 40-yard line. Good coverage again by the Apache secondary, and it's going to bring up 4th down and long. And I want to tell you, for Pottsville, Antoine Collins came in pursuit on a blitz all the way across the field, and I think forced Vega to throw that before he wanted to.
Yeah, Vega heard footsteps that time, Steve.
I can see why the Apache coaching staff is big on Antoine Collins. He's got some speed coming from that outside rushing position. Now, Dardanelle shows punt here, but I think their punter is Vega. 4th down and long. I'm not going to believe he's kicking the ball until he actually does. Yeah, Pottsville playing this punt safe. Well, Vega takes the snap. He's going to kick it. Kick's going to go to the right side. Pottsville steps out of the way. That's not a bad play. Ball's going to roll out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Yeah, that was a smart play by Pottsville. They played that punt safe. If Vega tried to run, he had nowhere to go. So the Apache defense again comes up big.
Steve, we need a 9-minute drive. That's what we need.
Yeah, I don't care if we score or not. You just need to run 9 minutes off the clock, right?
That's right. I think you line up in the dead tee and let's do it. Come on.
Pottsville will take over at their own 19-yard line. Trip Price back into the ball game, although he's still running with a little bit of a limp. Wonder if beet juice does work for cramps.
I don't know. I've been trying to take some beet juice vitamins, for the old knee replacement, see if that helps, and hadn't been too bad.
Okay. Pottsville has it, leading 19-13. 1st and 10 from their 19. Give is to the fullback Price, and he is met in the backfield. Basically no gain on that play. Good play by Sand Lizards. There once again, they're not respecting Pottsville throwing the ball at all. They're selling out, coming on a run blitz. May have been a loss of a yard back to the 18. And we've stopped the clock for some reason. I don't know why. Coach Rust wants to know why. Wonder if a Pottsville player may have an equipment problem.
I don't know. Coach Rust just reached out to Mr. Duggar. I don't know. We got something going on.
Now Mr. Duggar's going to head out onto the field. Heading to the Dardanelle sideline.
Yeah.
There's not any storms around here, are there?
I don't think there's any storms, Steve, but there could have been a parent causing some grief or something. I don't know.
Well, Mr. Duggar has gone all the way across the field and is talking to an official across the way at the Dardanelle sideline. I don't know what that's about.
I think they're looking at the digital ball marker.
Well, the clock still hasn't started for some reason. It's 2nd down and 10. Mahan with a toss. Dardanelle just absolutely selling out for a run. Pottsville's lucky to even hang on to that ball. Nice play by Eli Adkins to come up with it, but a big loss on that play. Move the ball all the way back to the 12-yard line, loss of 6.
Steve, I'm just speculating what happened. I think whoever was running the ball marker had an emergency and had to leave, and so they motioned Mr. Duggar.
Yeah, because he's running the marker now, isn't he?
Our superintendent is now running the marker.
Pottsville's going to have to show Dardanelle something different. They're going to have to show a screen pass or something misdirection-wise. It's 3rd down and a bunch. Mahan back to pass, under pressure. Pass is complete across the 20 to the 23 to the 24-yard line. That's going to be well short of 1st down yardage. Colby Stevenson with the catch. You got a bunch of the loss back. You'll get across the 25 to the 26. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. Would you go for this deep in your own territory? I say 3rd down, 4th down and 4. Antoine Collins back to kick now. He pulled one down earlier and would have picked up a 1st down were it not for a penalty. That play picked up 11 yards. It's 4th down and 5. Collins in punt formation. Dardanelle doesn't think he's going to kick it. He does. End over end kick. Back deep for the Sand Lizards is Chatham. He lets it go, takes a Dardanelle bounce and rolls dead at the 45-yard line. So the teams exchange punts, and to be honest, I didn't think either team was going to punt either time.
I didn't either, Steve.
So we've gone from scoring all over the place now to the last 2 possessions have ended in punts. Pottsville leads this game 19-13. Yeah, that's what it is, because Mr. Duggar's still running the ball marker and the down indicator. Well, that's not something you see every day.
Well, once again, hats off to our superintendent who's willing to do whatever it takes.
Yep. Ball is at the Dardanelle 45-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10. Be interesting to see if maybe Dardanelle doesn't show something different because the Apaches have done a good job stopping that middle running game suddenly. 1st and 10, Sand Lizard ball at their own 45. They bring a motion man right to left. Now they set up in the backfield. It's going to be Creed Vega. They're going to run an option. And they toss it to the man they brought in motion. That was J.J. Ernst, and Pottsville sniffed that out in a hurry. Of course, that's a tough spot for Ernst. He got the ball like 8 yards deep in the backfield, and that gave the defense time to close on the play and basically stop it for a loss of a yard.
You know, Steve, last week we had a chance. Mr. Duggar was so gracious to drive us up to Elkins, and he was talking about how he misses the sideline. And, well, tonight he's getting a little bit of the sideline back, but it's not in coaching, but it's running the stick for the officiating team.
19-13, Pottsville with the lead. Dardanelle with the ball. They have a 2nd and 10 from their own 45. Robinson gets the handoff, dancing, and then brings it up the field. He is tackled by, was that Xavier Frammel, number 23? Anyway, pickup of about 4 on the play, gets to the 49-yard line. It will be 3rd down and a long 6 or a short 7. Take your choice. 6:48 left to go and counting in the ball game. Sand Lizards have it at their own 48. Creed Vega in a shotgun formation. Now they bring a motion man. That's Chatham. They fake the give to Chatham, and Vega is buried in the backfield. Tackle again by Bo Ade. He came on a run blitz again. I don't know what key Bo Ade is reading, but he's reading it perfectly.
I think number 2 is reading number 0.
No, that may be his job. That
That's
may be.
it.
Defense told Bo Ade, go tackle the quarterback on every play.
Yeah.
So it'll be Dardanelle losing yards back to the 45-yard line, their own 45. And it'll bring up 4th down. Again, Creed Vega is the punter. High snap. He does a nice job to bring it down. Angles the kick. It's going to hit at the 25, take a Pottsville bounce. Hustling down the field was J.J. Ernst. And he'll down it at the 28-yard line. So Pottsville will take over 1st and 10 at their 28. Another punt.
Wow.
3rd punt in a row. We had 4 possessions where we had touchdowns. Now we've had 3 in a row that have been punts. I guess it'd be safe to say the defenses have kind of taken this thing over.
They definitely have bowed up a little bit, and especially Pottsville, and pun intended, Bo Ade up.
So from the minus 27-yard line, the Pottsville Apaches start the play. Mahan runs away from one tackler, turns it upfield, gets ahead to the 30, maybe the 31-yard line. I think we've seen enough of the battling between the two teams trying to personal foul each other, because I'm seeing guys helping each other up after the play on both sides of the field.
Yeah, big number 76 for the Pottsville Apaches. That's Cade Lackey, was helping one of the players up that was shuck up pretty good there for Dardanelle.
So the gain is to the 32-yard line, picks up 4. Pottsville's going to take as much time as they can off the clock. 5:16 to go in the ball game. 19-13 Apaches. Here is a 2nd down. Let's call it 6. From their own 31. Mahan gives it straight ahead. Rolling across the 35 to the 36 is Tripp Price. Oh, yeah? I know that guy.
I just heard that. Can we say deja vu?
That's right.
Yeah.
From the 35-yard line, the pickup was 3, 3rd down and a long 4. Pottsville again is going to let the play clock run down. We'll be under 4.5 by the time the Apaches snap it here. Pottsville nursing a 19-13 lead. And Dardanelle goes charging into the backfield and knocks down the Apache quarterback. And that's going to give Pottsville a 1st down. From the 35, the 5-yard mark off to the 40 will be a 1st and 10 for Pottsville.
All right, we'll take it.
That 1st down brought to you by McNeely Plumbing. So fresh set of downs for the Apaches, and the clock is rolling. 18 on the play clock. Pottsville does not have to be in a hurry. 4:19 to go in the game. We'll be under 4 minutes to go by the time the Apaches snap it. 10 seconds on the play clock as Pottsville sprints to the line of scrimmage, which is their own 40. Mahan takes the quick snap, keeps it himself. Dardanelle read that play very well. They came in on a run blitz. I want to say that was Ernst that made the stop for a loss of about 4 on the play. back to the 35. No, excuse me, the 37.
Yeah, we got a couple of guys getting up slow, Steve, that took a pretty good hit that time.
3:46 to go in the ball game. Second down and 14 for the Apaches. Pottsville with a 6-point lead, 19-13. Sand Lizard defense wants to get one more stop and let their offense have another chance at it. Pottsville needs a couple of more first downs. Mahan back to pass, looking over the middle. Has a man, Stevenson, complete at the 40, the 30, the 25, the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Pottsville! What a call by the Apache coaching staff.
Hey, listen, if you're going to take a shot, that was the time to take it, Steve. Catch them on their heels. They're thinking, hey, we're going to get the ball back. We're going to score. Pottsville said, no, not too soon, mister. We're going to strike, and we're going to strike big, and they did.
63-yard throw and catch. They caught Dardanelle biting on the run, selling out for the run fake. They had single coverage. Colby Stevenson got behind that coverage. Mahan hit him in stride, and it's an Apache touchdown as Pottsville, with the Heirloom Legal Services 6, leads it 25-13. Now, are the Apaches going for two here? I would think you would, because 2 points would make it 27-13. That means you would need, Dardanelle would have to get 2 touchdowns to potentially tie the game. What a big play by the Apaches.
Huge.
So the Apaches are going to go for 2 here.
Can we hear the woo again, please, Steve?
With 3:18 left to go in the ball game. Now the 2-point conversion play. Mahan back to pass. Slant route complete. And the 2-point conversion is good to Bo Ade.
Well, I believe that's...
Or is that 6?
Well, we got a flag, Steve. It's number 6.
Yeah, the pass was complete to Jaden Harris. There is a penalty on the play. Both teams are going to the sideline, so I think the 2-point conversion is going to count.
If it's anything, Steve, I think it's celebration. I think it's a cheap flag.
From...
Dardanelle.
Oh, foul is on Dardanelle. Nope,
well,
offsetting on the unsportsmanlike conduct. For once in my life, I don't mind the offsetting penalty.
Yeah, I don't either. And I'm going to tell you what, they need to let these kids celebrate a little bit. They're excited. Pottsville needed this, man. I'm telling you, the Apaches needed this tonight.
Well, it's nice to have a 27-13 lead. The Heirloom Legal touchdown by the Apaches on a 63-yard throw and catch from Miller Mahan to Colby Stevenson. And then the 2-point conversion throw from Miller Mahan to Jaden Harris. Pottsville leads at 27-13, but don't put this one into the win column just yet. There's still 3:18 left to go in this ball game.
Yeah, and that's a good football team we're facing too, Steve.
That's a good football team. They have a very powerful and a very quick offense.
Yeah.
So don't sell Creed Vega short. Don't sell Coach Vega short either. Phil still has some tricks up his sleeve, although, again, do you show those tricks here in a non-conference game? You know? Pottsville leads at 27-13.
You know, that sounds weird, playing Dardanelle, and it's a non-conference game.
Yeah, that just doesn't seem right, does it? Will Sutterfield will kick the ball off for the Pottsville Apaches. Need good coverage here. Try to pin Dardanelle deep if you can. It's a good kick. And it's fumbled at the 25, now picked up by Dardanelle. A return across the 35 to the 38. The return is by Bo Miller. He gets tackled at the 38-yard line. Before the tackle, a penalty flag came in, and I'm not even going to pretend to guess what the flag was.
I don't know.
Was that Caleb Turek on the tackle?
Unless it's a face mask, Steve. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually think the flag came in before. Well, the foul is on Dardanelle. The signal he gave was pass interference. So I'm a little confused. But they're going to mark off yardage against Dardanelle, so the Sand Lizards will take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. with 3:03 left to go in the ball game. So I'm guessing if you're the Apache defense, try to keep everything in front of you. I wonder if the official put up one arm too many on the signal and was actually a block in the back, because they only marked off 5 yards. I'll bet that's what it was. Sand Lizards have it 1st and 10 at their 27. Vega rolls the pocket to the right. He can throw. His pass is going to fall incomplete at the 48-yard line. Good coverage by the Apache secondary. I say the Vega can't throw the ball, and he can, but the Apaches can cover. They have 2 interceptions in this game. Coverage there by Eli Adkins. Pass falls incomplete, 2nd and 10. Pottsville with a 27-13 lead over the Sand Lizards. And Tate Cobb lined up at the nose position, trying to get pressure on Vega, I would think. He's out of the gun, back to pass. They max protect. Pass over the middle. Intercepted by the Apaches. Interception at the 25-yard line by Caleb Stansel. That's the 3rd interception of the night by Pottsville.
Yeah, hey, defense, man, really coming up big.
Oh, Pottsville will take over 1st and 10. Deep in Sand Lizard territory at the 37-yard line. Basically, I would think what you want to do now if you're Pottsville is just run the time off the clock if you can. Good play by Stansel coming up with the pick. 3 interceptions. Mahan under center takes the snap. Gives it to the fullback straight ahead. Dardanelle trying to tackle the football. Forward progress, I think, will get to the 35-yard line.
They're saying they're
going to say a fumble and recovered by the Sand Lizards.
Wow.
And I think Trip Price is down again.
Yeah, he is. He's cramping this time, Steve.
So Dardanelle comes up with a big turnover that they need. That's their 2nd fumble recovery. The Apaches have 3 interceptions. Dardanelle has 2 fumble recoveries. Pottsville could have ended that game there. So the Sand Lizards recover a fumble. And it will be Dardanelle football at their own 37, 38-yard line. With 2:41 left to go in the ball game. So 1st and 10, Dardanelle. My apologies, I did not see who recovered the ball for Dardanelle, but the Sand Lizards have it back. From the 38, Vega out of the gun, takes the direct snap, looking to the near side, has a man, that's Ernst. He makes one man miss, gets away from another potential tackler, but they bring him down at the 40 and keep Ernst in bounds. So that pass picks up about 2 and keeps the clock moving. Second down and 7 after a pickup of 3. 2:16 to go in the game. Pottsville leads at 27-13. Dardanelle does not appear to be in a big hurry here. They're letting time run off the clock. Well, Vega brings the offense to the line of scrimmage, takes a quick snap. He's rolling to the right. Looking, has a man at the 48-yard line. Across midfield to the 50. That's going to be complete for a Sand Lizard 1st and 10. Pickup of 10 on the throw and catch. We're under 2 minutes to go in the game. Play was out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:55 to go. From midfield, Vega back to pass. Rolls the pocket to the left this time. Looking over the middle. Has a man wide open in the zone. That's going to be complete. Fumble on the play. And who came up with it? The officials say the Apaches have it. Pottsville with the recovery. That was Caleb Stansel on the fumble recovery.
Wow, he had the pick and now a fumble recovery.
Pass was complete to Bo Miller all the way down to the Apache 24-yard line, but the Apache defense didn't quit on the play, and Pottsville recovers the fumble.
Wow. Well, Steve, 1:45 left in the ball game.
Yep, Pottsville with the lead, 27-13.
You bet.
And I'm still not putting this in the win column just yet.
I know, because we know how good Dardanelle can be.
Well, and, we've obviously seen a bunch of turnovers tonight. 1st and 10, Pottsville from their own 24. Miller Mahan gives it to the fullback. That is Trip Price. Gets across the 28 to the 29-yard line. Again, Dardanelle tackling the football, which is what they should do. Tackle made by Gabe Burris, number 72. Pick up a 5 on the play. Clock continues to run. Doesn't look like Dardanelle has any interest in using their timeouts either. A minute 8 to go in the game. 27-13. Pottsville with a lead. No, Dardanelle's not going to use any timeouts here. Mahan takes it. Turns left, keeps it on the read, makes one man miss, out to the 40-yard line, to the 42, the 43-yard line. Miller Mahan with a 1st and 10 after a pickup of 14 on the play. That's going to be another McNeely Plumbing first down for the Apaches. That may do it. Well, Pottsville's going to have to snap the ball one more time.
At least, yes.
Yep. Down marker says 2nd down. That's not correct. It is 1st. I'm still not convinced. There may not be a problem there. They got it.
Yeah. Well, you got a superintendent. It's the first time he's probably ran the digital. But, man, whatever it takes. And that's what Larry Duggar's doing tonight. We really do appreciate our school superintendent.
I wouldn't have a clue where to start to run that thing. Pottsville with illegal motion. The officials do not throw the flag. They get the play off, cross the 47 to the 48-yard line. Ball carrier once again, Trip Price. And that's going to be a pickup of 6 on the play, and that's going to do it. Pottsville doesn't have to snap the ball again. Your final score, the Pottsville Apaches 27, the Dardanelle Sand Lizards 13, as the Apaches get their first win in the Battle of the River Rivalry. And that trophy is going to come to Pottsville, Jim.
For the first time, Steve. For the first time.
Your post-game show brought to you by Tyson Valley Distribution Center. We'll come back and talk about the big Apache victory when we return after this 1-minute timeout. You're with Pottsville Apache football.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real. To always keep it Tyson.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
Apaches win it 27-13 over the Dardanelle Sand Lizards. This was an interesting football game, to say the least. It started out being dominated by the defenses. The first 6 possessions of the game ended in punts or fumbles, turnovers of some kind. Then the Apaches broke on the scoreboard first. They scored their first touchdown of the ball game in the second quarter. A 13-yard touchdown pass from Miller Mahan to Landon McNeely broke the Apaches on top 6-0 as the point after attempt was no good. Dardanelle answered back on the next possession. They had an 8-play, 42-yard drive. The touchdown was on a 4-yard run by Creed Vega. The point after by Jesus Garcia gave the Sand Lizards a 7-6 lead in the ball game, and that was the only lead Dardanelle would have on the night. Pottsville on their next possession moved the ball into the end zone on a touchdown by Miller Mahan, a 9-yard touchdown run after a 67-yard drive. Once again, the point after attempt was no good. Pottsville led the game at that point by a score of 12-7. Pottsville came up with a big interception by Bo Ade on an attempted screen. He returned it all the way down to the 5-yard line. Pottsville took it in on the touchdown run by Tripp Price. The point after touchdown this time was good, and the Apaches led it 19-7. Dardanelle was not going anywhere. They had no intentions in going away. They had a long drive. It was a 14-play, 60-yard drive by the Sand Lizards, a 6-yard touchdown run by Creed Vega. Their point after was no good, and Pottsville led it 19-13. That was your score at the half. Second half, all Pottsville as the Apaches pull out to the 27-13 victory in tonight's ball game. The final touchdown for the Apaches coming on a 63-yard throw and catch. Miller Mahan to Colby Stevenson on a beautiful throw and run. The point after attempt was good. Pottsville led it 27-13. The Apaches with a couple of turnovers late to seal the victory over the Sand Lizards by a final of 27-13. Your Tyson Valley Distribution Center post-game show rolls on after this timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like the Apaches give their all on the field, Tyler Riley at River Valley Realty goes the extra yard for you. Experienced, dedicated, skilled, and ready to tackle your real estate goals head on. So when you're ready to make a move that's a guaranteed touchdown, don't fumble that opportunity. Connect with Tyler today, 479-970-5079. Again, that's Tyler Riley at 479-970-5079. Let's go, Apache.
We see you. Your incredible potential and willpower set you apart. You're first to take that leap of faith. First to get to work. First to solve the problem. No burden should be carried alone. We'll be there. Every step, day, challenge. First is your destiny. We get it, because first is who we are.
Post-game show brought to you by Tyson Valley Distribution Center. I'm Stephen Glenn, Jim Huffman here, and Brother Jim, we're going to name 2 players of the game.
Steve, you have to, and actually you could name a lot of kids that could be player of this game, but on offense, Miller Mahan, I'm telling you, number 15 showed up big tonight, Steve, and you probably have his numbers, and but great game by Miller Mahan tonight at the QB.
A couple of touchdown passes, one of them really, in fact, both were really pretty. He's our offensive player of the game, and on the defensive side of the ball?
Hey, number 2, Big Bo A Day. Had a day tonight, or had a night. Man, he had a pass block and a pick, almost took it to the house, had huge tackles for losses against a very good quarterback with the Dardanelle. So just hats off to Bo Aday, and he's got to be our defensive player of the game.
So the Apaches win it by a final of 27-13. And again, Bo Aday and Miller Mahan are Pottsville Apache players of the game for tonight's victory. It's a fun ball game tonight, Jim.
Oh, Steve, this is, we were trying to figure out last time Dardanelle or Pottsville beat Dardanelle, and I can't remember. It's been a long time. I know since they started the rivalry, the Big River rivalry, we had not taken that trophy home. And so tonight was the first night the kids got to grab that trophy and keep it on this side of the river, finally. So
maybe you and I need to run down there and get our picture taken with it.
Hey, that wouldn't be a bad idea. That would not be, but running would for me.
Yeah, running. Well, yeah, my blinding slowness. Pottsville wins it 27-13. The Apaches now 1-1 on the year, and just like that, we start conference play. We will go to. Let's see. No, Haskell Harmony Grove will come here. That's going to be the one we owe you game.
Yeah, we do.
That was a game from last year that, let's just say Pottsville could not catch a break in that one, and Pottsville will come into that game on a little bit of a roll. Justin Smith produced the broadcast for tonight. Jim Huffman was my broadcast partner. Ray Garcia, your cameraman. We appreciate his fine work. My name is Stephen Glenn. Thanks for your time this time. Till next time. So long, everybody.